Hey, Southern California, it is Friday. We have made it to the weekend. And as we take a look at your full weather forecast, things aren't changing much in terms of our overall weather pattern. Our monsoonal flow is going to get cut off a little bit this weekend, but that will just allow for more heat to build. In fact, we have a number of heat alerts out there. Let's start in Imperial County, where the extreme heat warning, which has already been in effect for much of this week, has just now been extended until next Friday at 8 p.m. So we have another full weeks of this extreme heat warnings worth of heat to go. And you can see Brawley, El Centro, Ocotillo covered in this extreme heat warning, as well as the San Diego County deserts. Meantime, new this afternoon, a heat advisory has been issued. This is set to take effect tomorrow morning and go until Monday night at 8 o'clock for the San Diego County valleys, as well as our mountain communities. So spots like Julian, Pine Valley included in this, Escondido down through La Mesa under the heat advisory. I have a feeling that may be extended beyond Monday, just looking at some of the data pouring in about our heat that's to come next week. Temperatures outside right now at 3 o'clock look like this: 114 in Brawley, 113 in El Centro, 109 in Ocotillo. So in Imperial County, we range from about 108 all the way through about 115 or so. It's hot in Borrego Springs too at 113, 90 in Julian, 96 in Pine Valley, 90s along the 15. And look at that, all of our coastal locations are sitting in the 80s now. It is 82 degrees this afternoon in Oceanside, 80 in Carlsbad, and 80 right on the money downtown San Diego. So here's the difference between today and yesterday. Yesterday, it felt just a little bit more muggy outside. The dew point was slightly higher. Now, our monsoonal flow has decreased slightly, and so has the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. So dew points have gone down a tiny bit, but temperatures in turn are rising more. So current dew points out in Imperial County yesterday were sitting in the 60s. Now we're in the 50s. There's still a slight mugginess to the air, and we're not escaping the humidity along the coastline either. That warm ocean is fueling dew points sitting in the low 70s. So if you're planning on sitting at the beach this weekend, just know it's going to feel humid too. Luckily, we are not alone in this heat. Check out all of Southern California, as well as parts of Central and even in Northern California, feeling the heat. Fresno right now at 99, Death Valley's at 117 degrees. Some of our spots in Imperial County trying to compete with that. 106 in Vegas. Phoenix is at 111 degrees. Here's the setup. It looks a lot like the setup over the past couple of weeks. Notice our monsoonal ridge of high pressure has shifted ever so slightly to the east. So our flow is not directly out of the southeast today, so a little bit less in the way of monsoonal moisture. Big area of low pressure offshore, but that's going to stay well to our north as the jet stream, which carries our storm systems, points to the north as well. As is typical this time of year, no major storm systems aside from our monsoonal moisture. Looking at your weather headlines, of course, the heat risk is going to grow. Remember, as dew points fall and our monsoonal flow gets choked off a bit here the next couple of days, the temperatures are going to go up, and not a ton of relief during the overnight hours either. Most of our lows are going to be in the 70s. It sounds kind of obvious, I know, but limit your time outside if you can. That heat risk and heat illnesses can sneak up on you quicker than you think. Oftentimes, too, when it feels like it's cooling down in the evening and the sun is still shining, it can take a toll on your body. We're still watching the day-to-day monsoonal setup. Yesterday, we had a little bit higher chance of rain. Today is lower, and there's a couple of more days in the 7-day forecast that I'm going to show you in just a second. But let's get into detail. Depending on where you live here, I want to show you how the rest of your Friday evening is going to play out. So as we go through time, notice Futurecast tries to hint at a shower or two over the mountains late this afternoon, maybe popping up between 4 and 5 o'clock. I think that's reasonable, but most locations do stay dry. Here's how we start Saturday morning. Low 70s along the coastline, a very shallow marine layer. We're baking already tomorrow morning at 88 degrees in Brawley, 89 in El Centro, low 90s in Ocotillo. By tomorrow afternoon, we're stuck at about 110 through 115, all of Imperial County. Look at Salton City at 113, mid 90s across the mountains. Even Julian, which is normally one of our cooler spots because of the very high elevation, is going to be in the 90s on Saturday afternoon. So will our valleys in San Diego County. Heading into Sunday, this is where the forecast could get a little more interesting. Our flow will turn out of the southeast ever so slightly. So, of course, that's going to pump in some more humidity. The actual air temperatures on Sunday afternoon might be a tick lower, but of course, the humidity will be up, so it's going to feel just every bit as hot. And there's also a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms Sunday and then heading into Monday afternoon again, mainly over the mountains, but everybody sticks with the theme of very hot weather through much of next week. So here's a 7-day forecast. We'll start in Imperial County. It really is copy and paste here over the next 7 days. Extreme heat warning in effect now all the way through next Friday. Minor fluctuations in temperatures day to day. We're running about 110 through 115. Again, if we get the monsoonal flow, which we may a little bit on Sunday and Monday, temperatures take a tiny dip. The more sunshine we get, obviously closer to about 115 will be. In the mountains, the heat advisory is with us through Monday, 95 tomorrow, 94 for us on Sunday. Look at the long-term forecast heading into next week. Yeah, we technically lose the heat advisory by Monday, but we're stuck in the mid-90s through about next Friday, overnight lows in the upper 60s to low 70s. For our valley locations, again, heat advisory continues through Monday. It's going to be all about the overnight lows and the daytime highs here, and even beyond. Again, when that heat advisory expires, unfortunately, we're going to be contending with the heat in the long term here and during our overnights as well. The coast might be the one place to escape it, to get in the water. Water temperatures are still warm. You're in the low 80s here Saturday, Sunday into Monday. We may drop down slightly by the middle of next week into the 70s. There will be a very shallow marine layer each morning, which will burn off by mid-morning or so. Have a great Friday evening and weekend. We'll see you soon.